going to do a little arc to try to get under you. 100 feet back, making that dive. Too cool here.
That 38 is no matter what I do, he's today.
Race friends, it's time for the fastest 2 hours in motorsports. It's time for On Pit Road Racing, right here, right now, live from downtown Las Vegas on the flagship station, the WCOBM Television Network. Our race team will have all the latest news, updates, and interviews for the world of motorsports. So buckle up and pull those belts tight. The green flag is in the air, and it's time to go racing. And here are the hosts of On Pit Road Racing, Alan Michaels and the First Lady, Diane Fox.
Alan Michaels right here with you back at the WCOB Control Studios here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And what a great day. First Lady Diane Fox taking a little lady day, a little R&R for herself. And you know, you ladies out there, you like to have a day or two, man, to just relax, do whatever you need to do, get your hair done, your nails, just like us guys, man. We enjoy a little guy time, you know, go out and have a chicken wing, a cold beer, whatever it means, hanging with the guys. So Diane will be back with us next week, and she'll be ready to go because the NHRA. But I got some real important news, man, to settle with you. I know it's hard to see right here, but we are celebrating an anniversary today. That is right. It is 7 years and 1 day today that the WCOBM got its day here. So a big congratulations out to Gene Woods and the entire staff. And I'd like to read this to you from the office of the mayor. By virtue of the authority given to me of the laws in the state of Nevada and the charter of the city of Las Vegas, I, Carolyn G. Goodman, mayor of the city of Las Vegas, hereby proclaim October 17th of 2016 World Center of Broadcast Media TV Network Day in the city of Las Vegas, signed by Carolyn Goodman. So congratulations, Gene. 7 years and a day you've had this network up and running, buddy. And the mayor's obviously giving us a good shout out. Okay, a couple of other quick things you see it coming across the line there before we get started in the show. Hey, it's a chance for your business to become part of On Pit Road Racing and the WCOB. And how do you do that? Well, it's real easy. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame is a 501c3. It's a nonprofit. We provide new tennis shoes, just like these ones you see right here, okay? Just like these. And we provide them. They're called heart shoes, ladies and gentlemen and race friends. They go out to needy men and women and children for necessary good health and positive development. We've made several stops here in Las Vegas at local missions. We've got another event coming up in November. We're going out to the Speedway, to the children's charities out there. We've got about 50, 60 pairs of shoes that we're going to take out there for that. So it's going to be a really good time. Now, how can you be part of this? Well, let me tell you. There are two separate ways. There's a $500 partnership, which will get you 130-second commercials on this network, and you'll be part of our social media. The second partnership is worth $1,000. You'll do that. 230-second spots, social media, and we're going to put a 3-foot by 3-foot banner in here at the location for you. This is totally tax deductible, ladies and gentlemen. We will provide all the information that you need. So yes, you're going to spend a little bit of money to help put some tennis shoes on people's feet, just like these right here. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be definitely worth it, definitely looking good out there for us today. All right. So On Pit Road Racing doing it for you. We do it each and every Wednesday afternoon. And hey, if you want some more information, it's real easy. Just log on to us at onpitroadracing@gmail.com. Or you can give us a call at 702-803-0875. Information is scrolling across the board for you right there. It's a good cause, man. Nonprofit. Get your chance. Last 2 weeks ago, over 40,000 people logged on to see this show. So you're going to get it out there for you, okay? And we'll talk about it at the end of the program. Real quickly, before we get started out today, shout-outs are going out to all kinds of great people. First of all, right here at the WCOBM and our partners, everybody that's along the line, Woods Family Sandwiches, the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Atlanta Motorsports Park, Red One Scooters, and Dick's Last Resort. Want to thank all those people. Special shout out going out to Chris Powell, the president and the general manager of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Jeff Motley, senior vice president of media relations and PR direction from Las Vegas, Jane Anderson and Cindy Clark running the office up there during race weekend. And I mean, these people have tried to control almost 1,000 media representatives. So a big shout out to Jane and Cindy Clark. Also, a big shout out to the pit boss out there for stopping by our live broadcast on Facebook. Matt Jaskell, who was the guy that you saw jump out of the helicopter here and brought the American flag in for opening ceremonies. Good friend of ours. Chet Buchanan, want to say hi to Chet. Spent some time with me. Want to thank Chet, talk show host, worldwide syndicated program in the mornings. Also, Claire B. Lang from Sirius XM. We wanted to say hi to Claire. Wishing you good well, Claire. I know you're heading down to Miami this weekend. Hope to see you in Phoenix in a couple of weeks. And our good friends at Rob Street Racing Photography and Shannon and everybody out there. What a great weekend it really was. Just had such a ball at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And, of course, Kyle Larson picking it up. All right. Hey, let's do it. Race and weather brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches, located at 931 American Pacific, suite number 106, right on the Las Vegas and Henderson line right there. If you need more information, folks, about catering, pickup orders, sending anything like that, World Wide Web, wfsandwiches.com. Well, NASCAR is heading down to the Sunshine State this week, and they've got it rocking and rolling for you. Everybody's rolling 2 series in the round of 8, and we're getting pretty much tied up with the trucks. The weather looks good all weekend in Miami, 10% chance throughout the week, but mostly sunny skies. Highs are going to be up in the mid-80s, dropping off into the lower 60s for a nighttime. So great racing weather for the people down in Miami Homestead this weekend as NASCAR makes round number 2 of the round of 8 there. NHRA is off this weekend, but they'll be back here in Las Vegas next week. F1 the same way. They'll be back in action October 20th. Final event coming up before the big championships for the World of Outlaws. They're heading to the Lone Star State to Mesquite, Texas. Double header Friday and Saturday night, with the daytime highs going to be up in the mid-90s and nighttime lows right around 65 degrees. So should be a great weather for racing this weekend. And it's all brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches. Great location at 931 American Pacific, straight right down there on the Henderson, Las Vegas. More information at wfsandwiches.com. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, man, we're going to get you all the racing results from this weekend. And still to come on the program at 5:30 today, we're going to go racing around the country to Arkansas. Got a great 22-year-old guy driving a modified and a super late model on that dirt. Michael King Jr. will join us at 5:30 today for racing around the country, everybody. We'll be back with more right after this.
Welcome to my world. Handicap man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. I'm not we, but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone. You know, it makes for good karma or good energy, whatever it takes.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Looking good out there. Coming up about this, looking at the clock about 8 minutes after the hour right here on Pit Road Racing live each and every Wednesday for you. Alan Michaels from Control Room, Diane Fox. Little ladies day out there. Special coming out to my buddy Chuck and Chris Triple watching the program out there. Chris, looking forward to getting you back in the car, bud. You got it. Hey, let's check on some racing results for you. Brought to you by our good friends at the Atlanta Motorsports Park, man. For more information, give them a call at 687-381-8527. It is the official country club of motorsports, all right? Well, let's move it on, and it is moving it on. The championship has already been decided in F1, but Max B, that's right, Max Verstappen, he just keeps rolling on. Picked up another win, man, this past weekend in the F1 series. It's just, there's no stopping Max. There's no stopping him. I mean, I think you could put Verstappen on the track again and put everybody a lap ahead or a lap and a half ahead, and he'd still find a way to come out and win it, man. This guy is just on the move. Ferrari's definitely got to tighten it up. Mercedes has definitely got to tighten it up because that Red Bull Honda is just tearing them up every track they go to. And, of course, F1 is going to be coming here to Las Vegas for you up on November 16th through the 18th. But they'll be back in action this weekend as there are 2 spots here in America coming up, man. We've got here, and we've also got down in COTA this weekend, and then they've got the Mexican Grand Prix. So F1 is back over in this part of the area. It'll be good to see them all coming down. I don't know if you can get tickets to the Las Vegas event anymore because that thing has just been, I know I spoke to some hotel people downtown here in Las Vegas, and every room is sold out for that weekend. So it's going to be something to see. That's for definitely sure. All right. Hey, the World of Outlaws, they're moving on, man. They had an event this past weekend up in the heartland of Texas or in Kansas, but both of those events on Friday and Saturday night got washed out in high winds of rain. So nothing happened. That will not be rescheduled for you folks that were looking to go to Lakeside Speedway and for the Harvest Rumble out there. Won't happen. Log on to the World of Outlaws right now. If you bought tickets to that, they're giving you about 30 days to get your claims in to get your money back. So that has all been canceled. They're going to be moving on this weekend to the big final event up at Devil's Park, at Devil Bowl Speedway. They're going to be October 20th through October 20th and the 21st. Then also coming up for the World of Outlaws, it's going to be Wednesday, November 1st through Saturday, November 4th, 2023. All three series, these are the World of Outlaws finals, are going to be held at our main track in Charlotte, North Carolina, SMM property right there. So it's going to be a great time. $70,000 in pure money, $15,000 to win for the sprint cars, late models. Going to be up there, $25,000 for the big blocks. It's going to be something to see. And this weekend, too, I just got a press release from the World of Outlaws that they have upped the purse. They have kicked in another $30,000 this weekend for the Devil's Bowl Speedway races. So, man, that's going to be something to see out there. It really is. Hey, you know, this part of the program brought to you by our good friends at the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street, everybody. Las Vegas' only true indoor drift track. And if you need more information, give them a call at 702-270-8100, or you can log on to the World Wide Web at gokartslasvegas.com. Okay? Still to come up in the program here in about 17 minutes. We've got races around the country. We're going to be going down to Arkansas. Michael King Jr. will join us. We'll talk some racing with him. Okay? Also, the segment brought to you by our good friends at Dick's Last Resort, 450 Fremont Street. We're open daily from 11 a.m. to 10. You need some more information about how you can get a party, to-go food, just come have a good time at Dick's Last Resort. Log on to the World Wide Web, dickslastresort.com/Fremont Street. NHRA, the guys and the gals of the NHRA, man, they were back in the Texas last weekend, and the results for you, top fuel winner Leah Pruitt picks it up for you. Funny car, Matt Hagan. Erica Enders back in the winner's circle for Pro Stock. And Gage Herrera just wiped them clean in Pro Stock motorcycles. Okay, looking good because the NHRA is going to be back here coming up next weekend for the Nevada Nationals for the NHRA. So make sure you get down. Part of the program brought to you by our good friends at Dick's Last Resort. Okay, we've got stuff from the NASCAR coming up for you, and I'll take a quick break. One more right there. We'll get your NASCAR lined up and ready to go. More of On Pit Road Racing coming up. The WCOBM right after this quick break, everybody.
Jerry B. here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless. Here, a lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You gotta give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
Thank you, Jerry B. That's Jerry Bernardo right there, man. He was the host of Moto World 2 on ESPN2 for several years. Jerry's here in Las Vegas working for the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, taking good care of business out there. Get Jerry on the show, talk a little motocross racing with him. Alan Michaels here with you. Diane Fox, day off. Michael King Jr. coming up here in just about 15 minutes. We go racing around the country, everybody. Hey, man, Las Vegas weekend, man. Xfinity racing out here. What a great weekend at the big track. Josh Berry picked up the pole for the Xfinity race. That's right. Car owner was Dale Earnhardt Jr. Taylor Moyer was his crew chief. Josh Berry won the pole for the Alsco 302 with a lap of 29.671. That's 181 miles an hour. But it wouldn't be good enough because Las Vegas native Riley Herbst and his number 98 Monster Energy Stewart Haas Mustang picked up the win. I was so happy to see Riley get a win, man. I've been following Riley, Noah, Chris, all these guys are their local racers. I remember when they were all running Bandos and Legend cars, and it's good to see that Riley picked up a win right there. It really is. Congratulations to him all the way around. So Riley picks up the win in Alsco 3-0. Christopher Bell picked up the pole for the Las Vegas Speedway for the South Point 400, but it couldn't hold back Hendrick Driver. That's right. You couldn't hold him back because Kyle Larson really put on a show. It came down to a really tight battle with about 5 laps to go between him and Christopher Bell. But Larson and that number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports just held it together, man, kept his line, stayed out of trouble. Kyle Larson picks up the win. Christopher Bell finishes up in second. Kyle Busch in third. Brad Keselowski up in fourth. And Ross Chastain round up your top 5. So here's how it looks, folks, going into it. On top right now sits Kyle Larson, then William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., and Denny Hamlin, okay? So on the bubble right now, okay, as we get ready to roll, you've got Bell, you got Blaney, Busher. They're all sitting on the back, man, looking to go. They've got to get some points this weekend, Sunday, October 22nd, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. For the Forever 400 presented by Mobile One Homestead. You can catch the race on NBC, MRN, and Sirius XM Radio, okay? And like we said, the World of Outlaws, man, they're back in action, and they're going to be coming up for that big doubleheader. Brad Sweet leads the point series, heading it up on in there, man. So definitely going to be a tight time. Great racing out of Las Vegas this weekend. Of course, Miami Homestead. And then they're going to head to the short track, man, one of the oldest continuous running tracks on the NASCAR circuit, the Martinsville Speedway, man. 2 big quarter-mile drag strips with 2 big turns. So really 2 small turns into a big turn. They call it the paper clip on the side. You can't beat it right up there in Henry, Virginia. If you've never been to Martinsville, put it on your bucket list, folks, because it's a great track to see, okay? One more quick break. We'll get you caught up on a little bit more news and information. And Michael King Jr. will be joining us coming up just a little bit less than 10 minutes away. Stick it right here with On Pit Road Racing, live from Las Vegas at the WCOBM, everybody. Back right after this quick break.
Come on. Come on! What the yeah! Oh, man. That is awesome.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Got you right here. Coming up just about 19 minutes after the hour, Michael King Jr. will join us coming up in about 10 minutes. We're going to go racing around the country down in Arkansas. This 22-year-old gentleman, man, he's double duty and got a modified and a super late model slinging and flinging on the dirt, man. I can't wait to talk to him, and we'll do it in just about 10 minutes, everybody. On Pit Road Racing each and every day on Wednesdays, actually, 5 to 7 p.m. or 5 to 6, just depending on the content and everything else. Next week, great special. My good friend Josh Hatcher is going to be here. He is the Director of Public Relations and Media for the NHRA. And then I've got a special surprise coming from Tony Stewart Racing next week. So just keep it right here and we'll get you all the information. Real quickly, man, catch up on some racing news and notes. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, it's brought to you by good friends there at LVMS.com. Log on, get your tickets for the Pennzoil 400, all coming up, man. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is off this past week. They returned back Saturday, October 21st, Homestead, Miami. Jake Garcia will not return to the number 35 at McNally Holdeman Racing in 2024. The rookie announced on Twitter X on Monday afternoon. Trenton Garage has announced that the Toyota development driver for 2023 in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, regular series champion Corey Helm will return to the organization for its second consecutive full year in the number 11 Toyota TRD Pros. Okay, Xfinity Series racing for you, man. Largest construction labor union is going to be joining forces with the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Luna Locals 872, they're going to be sponsoring that Xfinity race starting coming up in the spring race. Also, Ryan Newman running the Xfinity Series at Homestead for MB Motorsports. MB Motorsports Business Management announced that the South Bend, Indiana native Ryan Newman will drive the number 66 Gen X Generators Ford Mustang during the Contenders Boat 300 at Homestead Miami Speedway Saturday, October 24th. Driving the number 66 Generation X Generation Ford will be Ryan Newman, and he's back in action. Good to see the Rocket Man back in there. Also, real quickly, and this sort of got to me, folks, because we said something about this a week or two ago that the NASCAR schedule was out 2024 for the trucks, Xfinity, Cup racing. Well, they announced that they had a deal set and ready to go for 2024 for the Chicago Street Race. Well, according to the city council and everything, it was just published yesterday, there is no contract deal put together as of today that we went on air, okay? So we don't know what this is going. The mayor, Brandon Johnson, last week announcing the new and improved deal. City officials said that the city has gone through public once and finalized their negotiations, but NASCAR wanted to announce its racing schedule. So whether this, I think this will be worked out, but it sort of jumped the gun, put the cart before the horse right here, before they actually had somebody's signature on a piece of paper. We know that the Chicago race did good. I'm not going to go into it. I think there's enough road course racing as there is. I want to see more tracks like Wilkesboro get opened back up, Rockingham get opened back up, places that we need to go, man. It's the heart of stock car racing. I just don't think Chicago is the place for it. They had a good turnout. I think it was more of a show and a spectacle type of thing. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. All right. It's just pretty interesting that they all made a notion and made a public announcement. And I know they wanted to get the schedule out, but with really no deal in, there's something else. Well, if you didn't catch it, Ryan Blaney was disqualified from Sunday's South Point 400, but after further review and inspection throughout this weekend's event at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, they rescinded the number 12 disqualification penalty. Monday morning, during its race weekend debriefing, NASCAR discovered an issue with the damper template issued for the inspection. NASCAR then conducted a detailed investigation and has restored the number 12 stage and race finishing points from Sunday, and they have decided they're going to take this. Well, here you go. When you got one company that's deciding what the cars are going to be, who's manufacturing it, and what's going on, well, this is going to happen. So, we spoke to Brian on pit road, and he wasn't a happy guy at all. He really wasn't. So to see him get back into it, that's, I've already stated my point several times, folks. I think you know how I'm old school. I don't like the stage racing. I don't like all this other stuff. I like the way when they made the sheet metal cars and what they did. Is it safer? Well, some say it is. Some say it isn't. I don't know. I wanted to see it get back to racing. That's what I wanted. But anyhow, that's what's going on. We've got some more news and notes, and we'll take good care of that towards the end of the program. I'm going to take one quick final break here, and when I come back, our special guest is standing by via satellite. Michael King Jr., 22-year-old from Arkansas, is going to talk racing around the country on the dirt today on Pit Road Racing. Coming back right after this, everybody.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Welcome to my world. Handicapped man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. I'm not we, but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone. You know, it makes for good karma or good energy, whatever it takes. Hell, I ought to do a product placement for Coca-Cola, too.
You're pushing it, Turtle, but have a good day. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you coming on camera.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
All right, talk to you later.
Later, dude.
Alan Michaels with you. Diane Festival day off today, man. Little ladies' day out there. That's okay. Should be back for this week. Don't forget, next week NHRA returns to Las Vegas for the Nevada Nationals out here at the Strip of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. My good friend Josh Hatchett will be on board, Public Relations Director of the NHRA, and a special guest from Tony Stewart Racing. I won't let the cat out of the bag until next week, but I think we got a good one. Hey, he's standing by for us down in El Dorado, Arkansas. He's originally from the great state of Kentucky. We'll pop him up on the screen. There he is, standing right there. And make him feel welcome. 22-year-old dirt racer from Arkansas, Michael King Jr. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to On Pit Road Racing.
Happy to be here.
Okay, let's get started, man. When did you start racing, Michael?
I started racing in 2018 in the four-cylinder division at our local tracks.
So tell us a little bit about the car that you were in, what you started with, and everything else.
We started with it was a 2005 Cobalt, and ended up having a wreck in that and totaled it out and moved on to I think it was a 2004 Cobalt, and ended up winning 12 races in that, ended up winning 14 overall in the year. I think we won 9 in a row, and sold that car at the end of the year and moved up to a what was at that point an IMCA Sport Mod, which is now the USRA Limited Modifieds.
So that's good, man. And so now listen, I believe I spoke to your mom early this morning. And now you're running 2 divisions, right? You're running modified, and are you running a super late model or a pro late model too?
Well, we kind of honestly have 3. We've got we had the limited modified, the USRA limited mod, and we ended up getting a crate late model, a crate Racing USA late model, and ran it off and on for a year or 2. And our engine builder, Ape Engines, they were kind enough to supply us a steel block motor to run on and off races. We went to the Dome, the Gateway Dirt Nationals last year, as our first race with a steel block, and ran on and off with a touring series here locally, the Titan Legends Late Model Series. Hit a couple of races, hit a Comp Cams Dirt Series race at a 67 Speedway, made that race, won the B-Main. Hopefully going to make it into some super races next year if everything kind of lines up right.
Here we go. Michael, you there with us?
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you now.
Okay. I was looking in the back, man. You got a bunch of micro cars or something in the back of you, man. Am I right?
Yes, sir. I've got quite the collection of 1/24th scale die casts.
Who all you got in there?
That's all Jimmy Johnson right behind me, right there. But I've got,
I was just going to ask you, do you have a favorite driver? But I think that just backed it up right there, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Johnson,
Jimmy's been my racing idol since before I could walk. I would always pick Jimmy on the old PlayStation 2 NASCAR games to race against Dad. He's just been my hero for the longest time.
Great guy. He was out here in Las Vegas this weekend. I'll get into a little bit of that. Hey, do you have any family members, man? Are you a generation racer? Did Dad, Grandpa, Mom, and anybody wheel a car too, or you're the only one in the family?
My dad raced. He started late 90s. I want to say 98 or 99, and he raced up until about 2008 or 2009. So I'm a second generation racer.
Second generation. I'd love to hear that, man. Where do you want, Michael? Where do you see your racing career? Where would you want? Let's look at it this way. We've wrapped up the season. You're ready for next year. Where do you see yourself 3 years from now? And then on the kicker side of that, Michael, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Well, hopefully in 3 years, if the stars align properly, we'll get to run some super late model races. And I feel like if we continue on the path we're going with the improvements we've been making to our program, I think we could in 5 years maybe reach some lower end stock car stuff. ARCA is achievable, I think, lower end trucks, but a lot of funding and a lot of pieces got to go together for that more than just a driver. You gotta have a lot of funding and a lot of opportunities pop up for them to come into play. But I think at least in 3 years we could be running some World Outlaws and Lucas Oil late model stuff for sure.
Now, are you looking to stay on the dirt? Now, you said a little something. Are you looking to get into asphalt? It doesn't make a difference. You just want to get in the car and race. Is that it? Dirt, asphalt doesn't make a difference.
I obviously you want to do it professionally in any kind of capacity, but my heart's in NASCAR. It's what I grew up at the dirt tracks, but I've always just had this attachment with Cup and Xfinity, whatever kind of NASCAR, that touring national vibe. Something about the endurance and the length of those races and the talent that it takes to do that is just something that I've always appreciated and wanted to do. But I've always, NASCAR. Honestly, if I can't lie, that'd be really where I'd want to fall.
Okay, so now we're looking at that. Now you said a little something about the World of Outlaws. So if an opportunity came to rent a sprint car or a modified in that series, you'd be open to that, right?
I will drive anything that's got at least 2 wheels and a motor. Honestly, I love being behind the wheel of anything, But I would really like to get behind the wheel of a sprint car. Those things look like a time.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I've actually been to a couple of World of Outlaw events, and actually it was about 5 or 6 years ago. The guys from the World of Outlaw said, "Man, you're doing Facebook Lives." They said, "Yeah." I said, "Let's hook you up." So they took me down to turn number 1 here in Las Vegas at our dirt track, Michael, and they put a gigantic garbage bag on me. Now, the reason why, because when they cut those things loose, man, I mean, they line them up 3 to 3, and then they cut them loose. At the end of the 5th lap, I had so much mud and dirt and dust and dirt and everything on me. The only thing that you could see was 2 little specks out of the goggles, and the camera lens was it. It was a rush. It was a rush. That's all I could say. It was a rush.
The sprint cars are definitely the fastest thing on dirt for sure. The 410s will really make time. The thing with dirt racing is you won't go to the track or drive at the track, anything to do with dirt racing, and you'll be your truck, your clothes, your ears, everything will have dirt in it. There's not a time I come off the racetrack that I'm not covered in mud.
Stop by the power wash and not only wash the car off and wash yourself off too, huh?
Yep. Well, we unload on Sunday, or we'll get home, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning Sunday and unload and wash our little concrete pad we've got.
Yeah, I can just imagine what the concrete pad looks like. I've been down that road. I'm from North Carolina, so I know what the mud's all about. Michael, let me ask you, what's your favorite track to race on right now? What's one that, man, when it gets on the bucket list, then you circle that one and say, man, I love that track?
Whew, that's kind of tough. There's 2 that really come to my mind. Sabine Speedway in Manny, Louisiana is probably statistically my best track. It seems like no matter what happens, we'll end up in the top 3 down there. No matter what happens, we'll have a great night, start top 5, and we'll run 2nd, 3rd, or a win. We started 12th this past weekend and ended up coming home 3rd. And 67 Speedway in Texarkana that's probably got the track I've got the most laps on. That's where I started. I made my first laps in a race car there. It's real short, tight turns. It just really suits my style.
Now, if you had a chance to race at a track, let's put it this way, dirt track, what dirt track that you haven't been on that you would really, really like to get on?
I'm really looking forward to maybe making a start at Fairbury next year. That track is always looked like a blast. Watching World Outlaws and Lucas Oil races there. That's if I go to test a car on iRacing on dirt, I go to Fairbury. It's just something with that track really clicks with me.
Well, let me ask you about this. What about the opportunity of going to where the World of Outlaws, the Nationals in Knoxville? Man, Gene was just out there. My owner was just out there, and he said, my owner, you got to listen to Michael. He raced 45 years. Do you know anything about Speedway motorcycles?
I do not.
Well, when you get done tonight, log on to YouTube and check out Speedway motorcycles, okay? There are Jawa 500 cc's. Back in his day, they ran on alcohol, nitro, methane fuel. These things fly. I mean, it is the wildest racing. But Gene told me 2 years ago, I had to stay and work, that he got up to the World of Outlaws, to the Knoxville Nationals up there, and he said that is one of the most prettiest, beautiful racing facilities, top notch all the way around. I got that one on a bucket list there, and I want to hit the Chili Bowl too. Have you ever been to Chili Bowl?
I have not. That's the closest thing I can compare it to, of course, is the Gateway Dirt Nationals at the Dome in St. Louis. But the Chili Bowl's on my hit list. I prefer to drive there if I'm going to go, but that's definitely that's a bucket list item for sure.
Well, I'm too old to get in the track to get in the car anymore, man. So if you're there, I'll sit in the stand and wear a t-shirt, drink a beer, and hoot and holler for you. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, so now let's get to asphalt. If you had an opportunity, had full licensing in NASCAR, what track would you like to debut at?
Darlington. If I have my pick.
Oh man, boy, you're really going for it. Okay. So Darlington would be the shot, just because she's the lady in black and because she's too tough to tame, or you think you can tame her?
I think that if you could put on a good showing and a debut start at Darlington, that would open eyes. Honestly, if you can keep the car in one piece and bring home a good finish, I think that tells the tale of a good driver. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay, so Jimmy's retired now. So do you have a favorite since Jimmy's retired, or are you still holding on? I picked out Noah Gragson and Eric Jones are the guys that I follow heavily. Wow. It kind of just worked out that he ended up buying into their team. I kind of picked Jones out before Jimmy had retired as who I would take over following. But Noah Gragson came up as well, and it's just kind of hard to pick between the two. We know Noah real well. We actually, Riley Herbst and Noah Gragson when they did their first ever radio interviews, my wife Diane and I, we were the ones that did them with them, and I followed Noah. I'm not going to get into the comment. I think Noah's going to come back. I think there was a lot of inside stuff to that whole ordeal. I mean, we all know that he didn't have a good relationship with Toyota when he was with KBM.
And now, the Legacy has made the move next year to jump to Toyota. There's been some talk. I know that Noah's running some ASA and some super late model stuff. I have a feeling that he's going to show up here for what they know here is the big championship race, the big governor's race or senator's race here. It's open comp. So I have a feeling that he's going to do that. But there's been some rumors flying around. They're waiting on Eric Almirola to make up a decision whether he's going to stay or not. And it could be Noah could have a shot. And I'll say this, and I'll get your comment. I think of anybody that can sort of leash Noah back and get him back into the right mode, I think it's Tony Stewart in that group. Your opinion?
I think Tony would be an excellent kind of a mentor and a rein-in for Noah, because I wouldn't say they're super similar, because Noah's kind of out there. He's an oddball character. He gets into stuff he shouldn't sometimes, but Tony it's a little bit different, but I think Tony understands the controversy that Noah's dealt with in his career and how to rein in his kind of hothead mentality that he has sometimes. I think Noah just needs a good head on his shoulders and somebody to lean on to really grasp his potential, because I think he's an excellent race car driver.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, I watched him run many events in a super late model. Watched him run. I actually didn't see Noah run in a Bandolero, but I watched him run in a legend car. I watched him running with Dustin Nash and his super late models out here, and Noah rocked the world. And he got 2 wins. He got 2 wins with KBM in the trucks, and then he had some great success with Junior Motorsports. And I think this whole thing. But I'm like you. I think that Noah needs to have the team owner or manager get behind him and know when to reel him in. They always say this, Michael, a good rider knows when to let the horse go and let loose the reins, but when he needs to be pulled back, he knows when to pull it too. And I just think that's where it's at. I think Noah's got a lot of talent. I was happy for the Las Vegas kid, Riley Herbst, this weekend. We watched Riley, and for him to pick up his first win in Xfinity was just something. Did you catch the race?
I got to watch it. Yes, we thankfully we had enough service at the racetrack where I could watch it on the way there. And everybody's been critical of Riley, including me, running that many races. But his improvement that he's made this year has been really, honestly shocking. He went from, he wrecked a lot of cars and ran mid-pack in superior equipment. But I'm happy to see SHR back him and see him sign for next year. He just needed somebody to believe in him, I think. And sometimes a driver just needs time to shine, not everybody can jump in and go right away.
I was at the press conference after his win in the media center here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and he did say this. He did say that he found him into a period that he found sort of into a dark hole, and he didn't know that if he actually had the talent to do this anymore, if he had the passion to do it anymore. And for him, he said he leaned on his mom. And I've met Riley's dad. I've met him several times, a really nice guy. But he said in this circumstances, his mom was the one that got him grounded, got his head thinking right back. And, he ended up with a win. It's too bad that it came too late that he couldn't get for the championship. But I think he's going to be a big contender. He got a couple cup rides this year, did fairly well. He had a shot at a top 10 at Daytona. I think he did get a top 10 at Daytona.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did on the fall race. So I see some improvement out of that. And just that. Real quickly here, man. We got a lot of you young racers, Michael, on the show that their dads are helping out, or their brothers or uncles or whatever. Are you turning wrenches? Are you participating on helping prepare the car? And we got a lot of young guys, a little younger than you, that watch the show. A little bit of encouragement about getting in the shop and knowing what the car does, working on the car.
I was out there right before this podcast. You can't really see my hands are dirty. I was mounting tires and working on body to get the modified ready for Friday night. There's not a week that goes by that I don't have some kind of input on the car. I'm a maintenance technician at a chemical plant, so sometimes my job schedule doesn't let me be out there all the time. And I'm fortunate enough to have 2 incredible parents that'll take the time from their night to pick up my slack when I'm at work. But whenever we get home, first thing we do is eat supper, work on the car for 2 or 3 hours a night until or more if we need to, if it's a bad week at the track. I can't stress enough to the younger drivers. I know there's a lot out there that don't have to work on their stuff. And a lot of them do have an incredible amount of talent, but there's a lot more appreciation for your equipment and the money and time that goes into it when you're the one footing the bill and turning the wrenches and repairing the damage caused,
I agree with you 100% on it because I've dealt with a lot of locals. I've seen a lot of what you just said. Kids that'll show up to drive the car on Friday and Saturday night and don't have an idea about loosening a lug nut to take a wheel off, you know. And I mean, I just think that today you need to be involved, especially. I mean, you're a local racer. You're working on a tight budget. You know, you get help along the way, sponsors along the way, but you know, you young guys don't have the ball-time $1 million. You don't have PR people working for you. You don't have engineers. So you got to get out there and you got to learn how to turn a wrench. You got to know how to work on a carburetor, change oil, or do whatever it is. So it's good to see you doing that, Mike. I really tip my helmet to you for that. We got about a minute left, Michael, and I always give our guests the last shot on the air here. It's your opportunity to give any special thank yous out to family members, friends, your crew, sponsors, anybody you'd like to. Michael, the last minute's all you, my friend.
Yeah, let me list off everybody that's helped me out. Obviously, I got to start with saying hi to my family, and I got some friends watching too. My incredible parents for giving me the opportunity to do this and helping me out in the shop whenever they get the chance. As far as my sponsors go, Ape Engines, they're definitely our biggest sponsor. They supply our engines for us. Brandon and Kevin Hightower, they are absolutely fantastic. Advanced Specialized Services, Black's Metals of El Dorado, Club 20 Suspension, DJ Superman, Joey Brown Plumbing, J&J Motorsports, M&A Wrecker Service, Matthew Logan Shocks, Next Level Designs, PPG Paints, Rogers Lawn Service, John Mitchell with Team 5, Chris Franks with Team 48 Motorsports, Thrifty Liquor, and Thermos Heat and Air. We appreciate all y'all's support.
Any social media where they can get a hold of you, Michael? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I know you guys are on the TikTok and all that. Yeah, give them a shout out to where they can find you social media, my friend. You
can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Michael King Jr. I also have a website, 14juniorracing.com. You can check those out. That's where you can find me.
Sounds good, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out from us, racing around the country from the central part of the United States down in Arkansas. Real good guy. Michael King Jr., man, we wish you the best of luck through the rest of this season, man. Bring us home the championship. We're going to check back with you in a couple of months and see how the season ended up. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
We thank you so much, Michael. Have a great season, man. Keep that pedal to the metal. Pull them belts tight one more time, my friend, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Michael King Jr. joining us live. We're going to take one more quick break. We get back. We've got some racing news and notes to catch up. We'll do it on Pit Road Racing live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Special thanks to Michael King Jr. for joining us. Have a great week, buddy.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
All looking good out there. Alan Michael's in there down the final stretch of today's program here at On Pit Road Racing, man. Live from the WCOBM downtown Las Vegas, everybody. Diane will be back with us next week. And I want to thank Michael King Jr. for joining us today from Arkansas. That kid had a lot of passion, man. I think he's going to do, man. He's turning wrenches. He's working on the car. He's running 2 or 3 divisions out there, man. So I wish this young man, a lot of good luck. I love to hear passionate young racers. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, it's really easy. Just drop us a line at onpitroadracing@gmail.com. Put in the subject matter, racing around the country. Give us your name, telephone number, social media, and website, or whatever you got, an email address, and Diane will get back with you. She's the one that books the shows and books the guest here. You can also give Diane a call Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time at 702-803-0875. And if you'd like to come on and tell us your racing story, we surely would love it. That's what this program is all about. Coming up next week, NHRA is here in Las Vegas. It's the Nevada Nationals. It'll be 3 days of great racing out at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And next week, I've got my good friend Josh Hatchett that's going to be on the show. He's public relations director, the man calling the shots there for all the media. He's got all the details of all the racing that's going to happen out at the Strip. And also a special guest. I won't let the name out of the bag, but he's from Tony Stewart Racing, man. And he's going to be joining us, or he could be joining us next week on this program out here. A little bit of racing news and notes from the Pro Stock. Jake Conklin Jr. will return to the quarter mile in his last 2 races of 2023 in his new RJ Race Park Pro Stock Camaro. Thanks to the support of Sag Power Equipment. Conklin has been known to be in the Pro Stock division, and he was a mentor. He's also helped to work with Erica Ender. She's a multi-track champion. In fact, the return to the wheel is motivated by the team's desire to get some early runs in this new machine before Erica Enders will pilot this thing full-time next year in 2024. Now, also, after waiting nearly 18 months for his NHRA debut, Top Fuel dragster Kelly Harper will finally get his chance upcoming here at the NHRA Nevada National. So congratulations to Kelly out there again. I mean, he did some stuff down in Gainesville, but he's going to get on board with that. So he'll be running at their first time in big-time competition, okay? Real quickly, some news and notes from NASCAR out here for you. Carson Hocevar is being replaced this week. Jimmy Johnson said that they're going to put John Hunter Nemechek in the race in the car for the Miami Homestead. But Hocevar will finish the season out in Martinsville and in Phoenix for the season ending there, okay? Also, real quickly, you wanted some bet odds? All right, let me give you some bet odds here for everybody that's left here in the championship, all right? Starting down with Chris Buescher. He opened up at a 95-1 to win the 2003 championships. He's now 25-1, okay? This is all coming out of Las Vegas at the sports books here. Ryan Blaney, opening odds to win the championship would be 10-1. His odds to win it now are 45-1. So Ryan's not had a great day. Tyler Reddick, opening odds to win the championship are at 16-1. The odds now for him to win it are at 15-1. So he's dropped a point right there. Christopher Bell, opening odds were 12-1 to win the championship. He's now down to a 9-1 shot to win it, okay? Martin Truex Jr. has already got a championship underneath his belt. Opening odds for Truex Jr. to win the 2023 NASCAR Cup Championship were 14-1, and he's now standing at 21-4 to win it, okay? Denny Hamlin, who's just chopping at the teeth to get that Cup Championship, man, his odds opening were at 9-1, and now he's at 21-4. William Byron, who had the best season out of everybody at 12-1 to open, he's now at 13-4. And last week's winner sitting up, I'm already locked in to ready to go for a shot at the championship. Odds for Kyle Larson, opening odds were 13-2. He's now down to a 9-5. So that's where he's at with that, okay? Couple of quick notes here for you, too. Marco Andretti will return to the Spire Motorsports number 7 Chevrolet Silverado for the final 2 NASCAR Craftsman truck races coming up in the 2023 season. Matt Mills will join Nice Motorsports full-time in 2024, piloting the number 42 Chevrolet Silverado. He'll have support and sponsorship from JF Electric and Ultra. So that's what you got going on there. Also, we already spoke to about Carson Hocevar, so he's going to miss this week. Harrison Burton's going to join in. Riley Herbst will return to Stewart-Haas Racing to drive the number 98 Ford in the Xfinity Series for 2024. The team announced this past week here in Las Vegas.
2024 will be Hertz's fourth season with Stewart-Haas, 2 of the preseasons, including trips to the playoffs. He was the first driver to miss the cut this year, though the season was 6 consecutive top ties. He's also got some time into the Cup Series, okay? Carson Hocevar is going to be moving. Ty Dillon is out of the ride at the end of the year at the number 77. Carson Hocevar is going to take that Camaro Z1 for the number 77 team at Spire Motorsports. So that's going to be a good shot there for them. I like this kid, Carson Hocevar. This kid's got a lot of potential. I was out at the track. I was actually watching him one day in the trucks this past spring. He actually got up underneath the darn thing. He started to put a wrench in his hand. He started working on the car. So I'm just a big fan for anybody that's going to do that. Orientation, man, I'm telling you, everybody is just chomping on how well Kyle Larson did it. And Tony Kanaan put out a video the other day ago, TikTok and an Instagram video that said Larson was a natural at it his first time on the track, kept everything together. I think his top speed was about 218, 220 miles an hour first time around. That was just a solo run. In fact, Kyle said that, man, it's going to be a whole different experience when you put 33 of them out there come up in the month of May. So congratulations to him, man. Kyle Larson's going to be attempting the double-double next year. I just think this is going to be, I think he's got a really good shot. Last time, I believe it was done, Kurt Busch qualified and ran, had a good finish at the Indy 500, jumped on that helicopter in a private jet, drove down the helicopter into the track, actually had to start at the rear of the field because he missed the driver's meeting. But before you said no, Kurt Busch was up into the top 10. If it wasn't for a blown motor, I think he'd have had a shot to win it that day. I really do, man. He was just a great shot. So I think Larson, I said this last week, I think pound for pound, talent for talent on the racetrack, on all racetracks, whether it's World of Outlaws, whether it's NASCAR, IndyCar, whatever. I think Kyle Larson is the best American driver that there is on the track, and I rate him in the top 5 in the world. I just think he's that good. He's that good. He's got great equipment, but he's just got some super talent to him, okay? We got a minute or so left. I want to get a quick word in here from the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, and we'll be back to wrap it up, everybody, on Pit Road Racing, live from the WCOVM. Alan Michaels, right here back after this, everybody.
Welcome to my world. Handicap man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. I'm not we, but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well.
Come on! What the yeah! Oh, man! Woo! That is awesome!
Hey, there you go, Atlanta Motorsports Park. I want to thank those guys. I've got to get down to this place. I've seen the videos, and Jeremy Porter, we got him coming up in the month of November. He's the owner, president, operations director of Atlanta Motorsports Park. I've just got, they have a drift track down there that they drive BMWs on the drift track. They've got condos down there that you can stay. They've got IMSA racing, go-kart racing. It's just a beautiful facility. I want to thank everybody down there, okay? Man, real quickly, too, want to let you know next week, man, it's NHRA week here in Las Vegas, and we're going to be teaming up
I've got the public relations, Josh Hatcher coming on the show, a special guest coming from Tony Stewart Racing. So we'll get you set and lined up and ready to go. NHRA drag racing as it comes to the Strip of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Real quickly, want to thank all of our partners on board here, Woods Family Sandwiches. Great deli, great sandwiches, man. I mean, top of the line food, cheeses, vegetables, everything, man. More information about catering worldwide, web at wfsandwiches.com. Also, the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. It's our primary goal here to put these shoes. Let me grab them real quickly before I get out of here today. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. You see the ticker going across there. Log on to the World Wide Web, hotshoehof.com. Hit a donation button. And if you'd like to be part of this program and part of the network, then give us a call at 702-803-0875 or drop us a line at onpitroadracing@gmail.com. Also, I want to thank our good friends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's our home track here, man. And of course, next year's events are already up there. If you want to get tickets for the full weekend, you've got Craftsman Trucks, Xfinity Racing, and also the Pennzoil 400. So log on to lvms.com to get all your tickets, camping, and all the information. Atlanta Motorsports Park, just check them out at atlantamotorsports.com. Red One Scooters, man, they're our official scooter company. You know, Diane needs some help getting around the pits. You know, I think you all know that she's got multiple sclerosis, MS. So, you know, those legs give out on her, and pit road can get long through the day and walking around. So we want to thank our good friends at Red One Scooters who provide scooters for us when we go there. And finally, where we like to go have our post-race show meal over at Dick's Last Resort right across the street from us here. Log on to dickslastresort.com/Fremont Street. Great catering, great food. Just have to go over there and have a great time. Ice cold beers, whatever you'd like to eat. Special shows coming up for you in the month of November. We're going to go say hi to our friends in Europe. In fact, we'd like to say hi to everybody over across the pond in the UK, Switzerland, Finland. We've got a lot of viewers and listeners. We want to thank you guys. We're going to have Ida Zetterstorm, man. She just wrapped up a championship with the FIA. She's an FIA Superbike champion. Also just wrapped up her first Top Fuel. Ida Zetterstorm is going to be joining us. Also, some really great shows, specialty shows coming to On Pit Road Racing and the WCOBM. The Life and Times of Dick Trickle, Davey Allison, and motorcycle racer Sammy Turner are all going to be coming up for you. Special guests, friends, the people that knew these people, that knew Dick Trickle, that knew Davey, that knew Sammy. And we're going to feature a complete hour show coming up in the month of November, okay? Also, to let you know, man, we're going to be back out this week coming up. The NHRA is coming up in the town next weekend, so we're going to be hitting the lunch in there. And we'll be out at the track doing some special Facebook Lives. Josh Hatcher will be with us next week. And then also a special guest appearance coming up really down the road, my good friend Brian Feldman from Out of Line Sports Talk. Brian was going to be on today. And real quickly, before I go, folks, if you guys are all on Microsoft, Google, everything else, there are a bunch of things that are coming out. Brian's page just got hit. His email just got hit. Be careful opening up anything that you think is from Microsoft or the Google or whatever, because it could be a virus. They could get into hacker stuff. So make sure, because I got a call from Brian. He was going to be on our show today, but he had so much to take care of. He couldn't get in. Just a complete mess. So once again, passing the word along. Watch out on your emails, especially Microsoft, Google, things like that. They're saying that you have a problem. Do not click the link because it's going to put a virus in there that you're going to have one hell of a time getting out. That's for sure. Okay. I think that's going to about do it for us today, man. I had a great day out there. Once again, Michael King Jr., thank you so much for dropping in today. Had a great one. Going to call in my buddy John Blinkwist right here. John, the announcer. NHRA next weekend. John's having the media from NHRA and a special guest from Tony Stewart Racing. All coming up next week, 5 p.m. Wednesday on Pit Road Racing. Get out and support local racing, everybody. John, bring us home.
Thanks for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOBN TV. I'm John the Announcer for On Pit Road Racing.